Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and I've got an update on where the final stimulus checks are at. From the third stimulus package, we've got an update on where all the money's at for SSI, SDI, and everybody else that hasn't received a payment yet. I'm going to wrap it all up in a nutshell for you because it's finally coming together. Okay, before I do, please take a second to like the video. Please hit the subscribe button. Here at iAllegedly, we do everything from marketing, finance, funding, grants, a little bit of everything, and we cover the latest on stimulus. But let's get into it right now. The latest stimulus package, there's a lot of people on SSI and SDI that are waiting for their money. And as ridiculous as what I'm about to say sounds, this is what happened. On Thursday, the Social Security Department sent to the IRS the final batch of recipients that were entitled to get the stimulus check. Hello, wouldn't they be communicating all the time? It's preposterous that they've got to give this information like it's new information. Social Security recipients get their money every month. And pretty much I would think that they would both know who's getting these checks and who's not. So they're finally sending that out, and that's been updated. Everybody that has gotten a direct deposit has already gotten it. There are no more direct deposits being sent out according to everything I've read, the IRS website, all the news agencies, everything. If you have not received, if you're going to get a direct deposit and you haven't received it as of this date, you're not getting direct deposit. They're going to send you the EIP card or they're going to send you a paper check. It's just that simple. There have been over 130 million stimulus checks that have been sent out for various amounts. Some people are upset because they're wrong, but what we've learned is that these checks are being processed off your 2019 tax return. And some people can say, oh, that's great. You know, I made less money or I made more money or whatever. But what about people that had children in 2020? Okay, they want that tax credit and they want the stimulus money. Now you're going to get to be able to file for that and add that on a separate rebate recovery form, which I'll get into in a little bit. But that's everything that we know right now. Social Security and SSI, they anticipate that the payments will be sent directly on March 31st. That's what the news agencies are saying. That's everything I can find. Everything says March 31st, which would be Wednesday, March 31st, that Social Security is going to start getting their money. Again, I don't know why the poorest citizens and the people that live on a monthly check that do not work are having to wait and get theirs last. It makes no sense. The post office just issued a warning today stating that they're upset that there's a delay in mail right now, and they want people to understand with COVID that checks could be delayed as much as another 2 weeks. It's preposterous, okay? Everybody I know that I've talked to that has been given a date, most people, they were told the 26th, they got the EIP card or the paper check early, which is good news, okay? But let's go through some of the other stats as far as this. But hopefully Social Security is going to start getting the money on March 31st. Now, a few things. If you use that non-filers tool in 2020 to get your last stimulus check, they're going to go off that information that you sent. Most likely, they're going to go off your 2019 tax return. Debt collectors can get this money. They can go after the stimulus payments. But the money has to be put in your account first. So again, it's not like they can intercept it. It's not like your landlord can sit there and say, I'm taking this money first. They'd have to have a court order. They'd have to have access to your accounts and things like that. And if you don't have the direct deposit already and you haven't been a victim of that, then you don't have to worry about that. If you have past due child support, they will not take this for past due child support. The IRS just issued a statement on that as well. So the money will be able to be given to the recipient and not be taken for that. Now, two more things. Get a lot of people that have written, and in the comments, I read everything. Dan, I never received the second one. Am I going to get the third one? Well, a lot of those people got those EIP cards, and those EIP cards, they get lost. They look like junk mail. Now they're better marked this time, so you're getting to see that and people are not having that problem. But people are having to go back to the IRS website and claim rebate recovery. They will send you a separate check. It may take a while, but you're going to have to be able to go back to the website, fill out the information, and file this. You can add it to your next tax return, or you can file a separate fee. Now, people are screaming at the screen right now saying, I don't file tax returns anymore. Even if you don't file a tax return, you may have to file a tax return because of rebate recovery. Okay? So if you haven't got it and you know you're eligible for the stimulus payments and you didn't receive the first one, the second one, or even the third one, or maybe you got the first one, you get the third one, but you didn't get the second one, you can file for that, which is great, but you're going to have to file a return, and they're going to show you how through rebate recovery. I went to the IRS website, I pulled up the rebate recovery. Let's take a look at it so you can understand what I'm talking about and how simple it is. Now, for whatever reason that you did not get the stimulus payments, first one, second one, or even the third one, you can file for what they call recovery rebate. Now, you may be on Social Security, you may be on SSI, you may generally not even file a tax return, but this is what you have to do. So this page, let me read it to you. If you didn't get the first or second economic impact payment or got less than the full amounts, you may be eligible to claim the 2020 rebate recovery credit and must file a 2020 tax return, even if you usually do not file a tax return. Claiming the credit. To claim the credit, you must file a 2020 tax return, even if you are not required to file. You must also know the amount of the first and second payments if you did receive anything. Now, this is the cool thing. You can set up an account with the IRS. If you don't have one, everybody's got one, but this will show you how to log into it through this portal. This will be in the description below, and you can see what happened, because a lot of people got those EIP cards mailed out to them and didn't know it, and they got lost in the mail, and the money's just sitting there. Or they got sent a check, and it never got cashed. But this way, you're going to be able to find out if you're eligible, how you get the money, and it's right here, but the link's going to be in the description of the video. Now, I know it's frustrating, and there's people out there saying, oh, I don't want to do this. Well, I'm sorry, but you may have to. But there is good news for people that are on SSI and SDI, that most likely your Direct Express card, they're going to put the stimulus payment directly on that. So you won't have to worry about getting a separate check or the separate EIP card. It looks like they're going to put it directly on that. That's what everything that I've read says that. You won't be charged for a separate withdrawal, and you won't have to worry about paper checks and things like that. So again, let's hope March 31st is the big day and that those people get their money. The rest of you, if you have not gotten the check yet, you're going to get the EIP card. Go to the IRS tool. I get, it doesn't work for me. Meticulously enter your information. Make sure the spacing is right. I had somebody that challenged me and said, it doesn't work, you don't know what you're talking about. And I met this person at a coffee shop and punched their stuff in. Oh, I didn't know I had to do my birthday that way. Oh, okay. And then sure enough, they got a mailing date of the 29th. So, whatever, okay? But meticulously put your information in and it will be accurate, okay? If you're eligible for this, I hope you get the money very soon. Let's cover a few other things as well. You can't make this stuff up. There are inmates in prison that are getting stimulus checks. There are some senators and people in the House of Representatives that want to see this money go to their victims instead. I don't know if it's too late, if the payments have already been sent. I guess they're going to get them, but the average hardworking American that's retired, or veterans, or the retired railroad workers have still not seen this money, but there are prisoners that have gotten the money. So if you're not outraged by that, I don't know what outrages you, okay? There's that. There are still about 30 million checks that have not been sent out. There's a lot of paper checks that have been sent out. And the problem with this, the numbers and that, we did 150,000 today, we did 1.5 million today. We get these numbers a few days back. So everybody should receive their check by April 2nd, April 3rd, okay? The Social Security Administration has issued a mandate this week stating that they do not want to hear from people with questions in regards to this, which is preposterous. I'd be calling them every day if I were you. And why weren't we first? And why didn't you send the information over to the IRS? But they don't want to hear from you guys right now, which is maddening. I've got news story after news story I could run through you guys where they've said that. You should technically get the money within by the date that the IRS tells you. You need to not contact them. If the website says you're going to get it on one date, they want you to wait 26 days before you contact them. I don't know why. That's the magic date, is 26 days. 26 glorious days before you ask the question. Social Security, hopefully the 31st is the magic day that people start getting their money. If you start hearing about somebody getting it, it's just going to be a trickle down. They can't do them all in a day. That is a lie that I've already seen people say, oh, everybody's getting it on that day. It's not. It's going to take a few days, if not a week to 10 days for everybody to get their money at that point. So March 31st is the magic day, and we'll go from there on the rest of the checks. Now, I want to close this out here. There were hundreds of thousands of paper checks mailed out in the last week. The EIP cards are the majority of the checks that are being sent right now. There's 37 million of those that are being sent. And if you don't get it this week, something's wrong, okay? It's just that simple. Start to look at this. Check the tool. Make sure you put your information in there correctly, because I've seen people not do that and they need to correct it. Okay? Okay, Dan. So please take a few minutes, go through that, make sure all the information's correct. Hopefully everybody will get their money by the 7th of April, at the most. Thanks for watching. Please take a second to like the video, hit the subscribe button. If you guys want more access to me through the Patreon channel, you can get that. And my email's below. Reach out anytime, and I will see you guys very soon. Be nice to each other. It's a difficult time out there. People are having a very, very tough time, and kindness is absolutely free. Please do not forget that. Good luck to each and every one of you.